Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're going, what? I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to leave that in there instead of re-recording just because I want to give you a little laugh today. So usually I would hit delete, redo. Anywho, we are going to take a look at the December energy. I wanted to learn a little bit more about December. And so I asked you guys if you had any questions about December energy. And the community, you guys ask always amazing questions. And so we've got some questions from you to ask the Lead Team Collective using the dowsing rods. Okay. So woke up this morning, was supposed to have coffee with a friend again. Hi, Sean. I'm so sorry. The other day she said, it might be a little cold on Sunday. And I was like, I don't like driving in the snow just because I don't have to anymore, but cold, But then I woke up this morning, I was like, it is cold. So I'm such a wimp. Yeah, well, it was like negative 26, like not you know, the, not the actual temperature, but the wind chill. So anywho, I thought this was an appropriate shirt for today. So let's take a look at the December energy. All right. So I've got a little intro and then we've got how many questions from you guys? We have 24 questions, one including the Joker archetype. I've not heard of that, so I'm going to explain what that means and why that's coming up in December. So as you guys know, December probably isn't just about the holiday season, right? The Lead Team Collective has confirmed for us that it is the biggest spiritual gateway of the year, and that's the part that I'm quite interested in. It is designed to propel us into a higher consciousness, December. So what I find fascinating is most of my life, I have spent December rushing around, buying presents, baking, going to parties. And instead of utilizing this energy in December, slowing down, not rushing around so that I could take advantage of this biggest spiritual gateway, right? So, oh well, I live and learn. I'm 56 now, so that's what we've been doing more this December, at least I have, and I know people in the spirit circle have as well. So the LTC will answer your questions on the feelings of sadness and loneliness that many feel during this time. Like, what is that? Is it just because of the holidays or is it part of this gateway? I'm not sure. If there is a spiritual reason for all the family gatherings. Okay, so some of you had asked a question about that. That's really interesting. And how to navigate December's energy. Utilize the thinner veil to speak with loved ones. We've talked about that in a previous video, but some say the veil is thinner in December, which means that the vibration, our loved ones in the other realm, our spirit teams, live in a very high vibration, which is lovely for them. We live in a more dense, lower vibration, right? So we're always working to raise our vibration. In order for them to meet us, they've got to lower their vibration. So the veil is thinner. So apparently there's less of that having to happen. That's how I could explain that. All right. So let's go ahead and see what is going on in the month of December. All right. Hopefully you're as interested in this as I am. So I'm always looking to learn new things. And I like the learning kind of what's going on at like right now, you know what I mean? Rather than talking about July or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I've got a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the Lead Team Collective, so it's only of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the community, the Lead Team Collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, Lead Team. Thank you so much for being here and for your guidance and support of our community. each of us individually and collectively. It's very much appreciated. So send hearts out, you guys, if you're in the chat right now. Show them a little appreciation. So I'm looking at my body. It's like, is the computer, it looks tilted, or my body is not, uneven. This shoulder looks higher for some reason. Hang on a second. Is the computer, I think I need to put something under here. Is that a little better? I just put a little eyeglass cleaner under there. I don't know. It felt like it was crooked. Okay, I'm in a goofy mood today, apparently. All right, so lead team, we've got a bunch of questions for you regarding December energy. Are you open to answering those for us today? Yes? Okay, cool. All right, well, let's get started. Okay, is the month of December a gateway to higher consciousness for the entire planet? Yes. Wow, really wide swing. Does it matter what hemisphere you live in, whether it's the colder hemisphere in December, northern hemisphere, or southern? It does not. Oh, interesting. So even in the southern hemisphere in December, the veil is thinner? Yes. Okay. Is the energy of December connected to ancient winter solstice rituals? Again, but there's the yes. What about ancient summer solstice rituals? Yes. Okay, well, if that's the case, is the summer solstice also a gateway to higher consciousness? Oh, okay. So I was joking about, well, it would more be like June. The summer solstice, right, is in June, May or June, May. I think it's June. So it'd be like June 21st, right? June 21st, December 21st. Okay. Okay. So we'll have to do something in June again, you guys. I never thought of it. Has anybody ever thought of June or, the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere being that same kind of gateway? I had not. Okay. Is the energy of December 2025 primarily focused on closing cycles? Yes. Does that have to do with numerology being a 9-year? Yes. So when I say 9-year, 2025, if you take 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. Okay. Does the energy of the new year, January 1st, start building in December? Great question. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. Is the veil thinner throughout the entire month of December 2025? Yes. Does it still go into January? Yes. Huh. Well, okay. So does the veil then get thicker throughout the rest of the year? It's just bizarre. Yes. Why? Why? Why does it do that? Why is it shifting? That is the question. Why does it shift? Why does it shift? Does anyone know why it shifts? Can you please put it in the comments? Because I can't think of a question to ask. So as we move to the new earth towards 2050, will the veil continue to thin? Yes. All right. Huh. So will this coming year, 2026, will the veil get as dense as it has in the past as we move away from December? No. Okay. So the veil will continue to thin. Is it thinning to help us biologically adapt? Yes. Okay, so I can imagine that, right? Got a lot of us, but my gosh, you guys, when I talked about having neck pain, like radiating neck pain at the base of my neck, just like numbing, and I did go to the chiropractor a couple times, which I do think helps. But they said, Can you guys confirm if my neck pain had to do with vibrational energy? Yes. All right. So this is all designed to help us adapt to the higher vibration as we continue to go forward into the new earth. Yes. Okay. But anyways, what I was saying is that when I mentioned that, there were you guys should go back to that last video where I talked about that. There were so many comments of people having the same thing. I was kind of blown away by it. Let's see, okay, so the veil is thinner throughout the entire month. Is the veil thinner at specific times of the day in December? Oh, it's not. Okay. Is it thinner throughout? Okay, so it is thin throughout the entire month of December. Yes. But does it get thinner as we get towards the winter solstice? Yes. Okay. Is the veil the thinnest on December 21st, 2025? Yes. Will the veil be thinner on December 21st, 2026 than it is on December 21st, 2025? Yes. So that kind of confirms that. All right. Are we all going to have neck pain in December of 2026? Oh, you guys are funny. Yes. Dang. We volunteered to be here during this time, didn't we? Yes. Okay. Okay. We accept. We accept, right, you guys? We accept. We will just deal. And we will deal together. Does December's energy make it easier to connect with deceased loved ones? Yes. Great, because they, again, they don't have to lower their vibration as much. Does December's energy make it easier to receive life purpose guidance? Yes, and here's the thing. In the Spirit Circle, we are currently reading the Akashic Records, about the Akashic Records. And I'm getting more and more fascinated. In fact, I'm going to practice today or tomorrow. But this would be, the Akashic Records would be how we tease out our life purpose. That's one way, if we can access them, correct? Yes. Okay. All right. Do we have anybody, is anybody in our business directory, our small business directory, who does the Akashic Records? Marcia, you'll have to let me know. So if you guys haven't visited our small business directory, especially if you're looking for last minute gifts, please do so. We have a QR code right here. I'll put it right there. All right. So those are members of our community. They're small businesses. So if you are an Akashic reader and want to join our business directory, I will let everybody know. That would be amazing, because I want to get a reading if I don't access them myself. So let's see. Are we meant to confront our shadows more intensely in December? Yes. Oh, wow, you guys, look at the swing on that. Okay. So good time to do shadow work. In fact, I was just looking at all my books on my bookshelf, all my spiritual books, and there is a shadow workbook that I haven't done yet. Now, in the Spirit Circle, we have done an entire workbook together. So whenever you join, right, you could go through that. That will always be available for practice members. That's the second level that we have. So that will always be there. So if you guys, those in the practice right now, if you want to go through and do that shadow workbook, now sounds like is a good time to do it. So if you've got time. All right. That's not a bad idea, shadow. Okay. Does December's energy help clear ancestral trauma? Yes. Does it help then to do that shadow work? That's why? Yes. If we don't do specific shadow work, are we still clearing it? Yes. Good. Okay. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Is December a good time to forgive past karmic debts? Yes. Well, how do you do that? You could just ask for it to be, forgiven. If you're writing letters to your spirit team, you could ask for guidance on that. That's a great idea. All of these things would be a really good idea to, you could even say in a letter to your spirit team, help me understand the shadows that I need to clear, and let's clear them. Let's just keep it easy. Just keep it easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. Are the feelings of sadness many people experience in December a reflection of this clearing energy? Wow. Yes. So it's beyond just people who maybe have a hard time with family issues? It's beyond that? Yes. Okay. It's good to know that. It's very good to know that. Is December's energy designed to encourage rest and recovery for light workers? Yes. Well, how are we supposed to do that if we're supposed to work on shadows? There's a lot of expectations in the month of December. Oh my goodness. I guess we can work on shadows in January and February. Yes. They're like, yes. Always work on shadows. Is it true that light workers can use December's energy to transmit healing to others? Wow. Yes, it is true. Is there a danger of burning out spiritually in December? Oh my goodness. Due to the intense energy? Yes. So that's where the relaxing, take that opportunity to relax and recover rather than do all these other things, I think. Or meditate. Meditate is a great way for relaxing. And they did tell us in the last pendulum message to just meditate. That's where they want our energy right now. So, okay, interesting. I'm gonna do a meditation for the Akashic Records because I'm curious. All right. Should we avoid making major life decisions in December? Wow, yes. Okay. But it's so fascinating because, well, it's really always been a reflection month. And yes, is that reflection month just because, like, psychologically, it's because it's the end of a year? Like, yes. All right. But the energy also encourages that. Yes. Because, going into 2026, we have resolutions and all that kind of stuff. Yes. Is that made up by humans? No. So it was meant to be this way energetically? Yes. Never thought of it that way before. So no major life decisions in December, you guys. Is there a spiritual reason behind the emphasis on family and collective gatherings? Yes. Is it to clear out shadows? Yes, right? I mean, come on. Who doesn't clear out shadows at those family gatherings? Oh my gosh. Well, they all get, at least it does for me. Oh my gosh. I don't go to them anymore, so because I've actually let the shadows go, so I don't need to interact in that way anymore. So, is the emphasis of gift giving in December spiritually significant? No, it's not. Okay, was that a human thing? Yes. Is that just a corporate type of commercialism? Yes. Okay. That's interesting. Does the commercialization of Christmas negatively affect the spiritual energy of December? Yes. Okay. Good to know. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but good to know. What do you think you'll do with that? Anything? Some of us here are a little older in the community, so we probably are kind of over that whole thing, but yeah, I don't know. We sure set little kids up, don't we, to have these expectations their whole lives with that, don't we? The lead team saying yes. Yes, we do. Should we intentionally spend more time in nature in December? Yes. Not going out there today. It's too cold. Yes. Okay. Is a person born on 12/31 inherently more sensitive? Oh, wow. Yes. Or attuned to the energy shifts of December? Yes. Huh. Are people born on 12/31 meant to be announcers of better times? What? I've never heard of that before. Yes. That's amazing. Okay. All right, so there's a couple questions. There's a question about the Joker archetype. So I've got a little, my sister Marcia gave us a little description. The Joker archetype represents the ultimate wild card and blank slate, unbound by fixed karma or destiny. They are often seen as old souls or jacks of all trades, whose life purpose is to either bring about significant positive change by acting as a spiritual guide, or conversely, to become a master trickster, as their immense potential is shaped purely by their own will. Wow. Whose life purpose is to either bring about significant positive change by acting as a spiritual guide, or they can choose to become a master trickster. Wow, yeah, the Joker. But it's interesting because I've never thought of the Joker as having that significant positive change, so they can choose. So the question is, do they usually choose to be the trickster? Do they usually? Yes. Okay. Always? Do they always choose to be the trickster? No. So is what we just described as the Joker archetype, is that accurate? There's Lucy. Lucy's the trickster. Hey, Luce. She wasn't born in December, though. Is it especially accurate for those born on 12/31? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot going on for those born on 12/31. I hadn't thought about that. My sister and I, my sister Marcia and I, just realized that we both of our in-laws, so my mother-in-law and her father-in-law, were born on the exactly same day. We just realized that like 2 weeks ago. Both of them have passed, and they were born on January 1st, 1931, both of them. So that's kind of cool. I thought, what are the chances of that? So the fact that Marcia and I both had in-laws who were born on the exactly same day, was that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? No. So they were swinging yes, like yes, they were born on the same day. Is that a coincidence? No. It's like, you can put all these pieces together, but you don't always understand, like, well, if it's not a coincidence, why? It's just interesting, isn't it? All right, you guys, I hope that was interesting. Gave me a lot to think about. So how are you gonna take this information for the month of December? What are you inspired to do with it? Are you going to take it and say, this is a good, so like I'm going to use this now, the relaxation part, the chill a little bit more? Are you inspired to do a little shadow work this month? Are you, inspired to do a little bit more slowing down and meditation to connect? What are you inspired to do? What I would encourage you to do is not, if you feel a should, is go the opposite direction of the shoulds. Because if you're feeling a should, that is not your higher self speaking to you. Your higher self is going to speak to you through inspiration and wants. All right. So there's a lot of different ideas here. So we all could approach December a little differently. So I'm curious, how are you going to approach it? Let us know in the comments. Okay. All right, you guys, we'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have an amazing night. Take care. Bye-bye.